Okay, students, so I'm going to take you through just what you need to be doing for the lab. It's called Photosynthesis, Plants, and Food. Okay, you'll be in a group. I have enough for 12 different groups, so most of you will just be with your lab partner. Every group will need a little Ziploc container like this, and you'll notice that you have a list of supplies that you need: 40 covalent bonds, 20 oxygen, 15 hydrogen, 8 carbon. So you'll need to gather those. These are the hydrogens here. They're white. Okay. And please be careful when gathering them because we only have, just enough. Here are the covalent bonds. Here are the oxygens. They're blue. And then the carbon are black. And I'll take you through a little bit of what you need to do. So you need to follow the procedure. And of course, read as you're going through it. Read the activity, like the introduction. You are going to use these little this kit to build essentially the reactants and the products of the photosynthesis equation, and answer questions along the way. Okay, so you need to use the molecular model set. That's these things that you've just gathered to build one water molecule and one carbon dioxide molecule. Use your models as a guide to draw the structural formula for each molecule on the table on the next page. So if you open up, okay, you have the chemical formula for water, but how structurally will you write that? So you need 2 hydrogens, right? 1, 2, okay, and an oxygen. Okay. So how we would build a water, we would need 2 covalent bonds, and it would end up looking like this. Okay, so then this is one water molecule, right? How would we write that structurally? I'll get to that in a minute. Let's do carbon dioxide. So we need 1 carbon and 2 oxygens. So 1 carbon, right? 2 oxygens. Okay. Well, you might be like, well, how does this go together? You're going to need some double bonds, okay? And this is how it will look with the carbon in the middle, the oxygens on the outside. You don't want to have any loose pegs, okay? They all should be filled in every molecule with some kind of bond, all right? So that is a carbon dioxide, 1 molecule. So far you've made 1 water, 1 carbon dioxide. You need to make 5 more of each of these because those are the reactants of photosynthesis, of course. So how do you fill out this structural chart here? Just take a look here. Water looks something like that. They're not, it's at a non-polar covalent bonds, so they're a little bit offset. And then carbon dioxide looks like that, all right, with the 2 double bonds. Okay, I want to show you this right now. Fill in the oxygen right there. It'll help you make that one. The glucose is the most complicated one you're going to make, right? And it will instruct you how to do that, well, slightly. But I want to give you more specifics here. So let's go back to your instructions where it says, after you've made the 6 waters, okay, and the 6 carbon dioxides, you are going to, number 3, model the formation of glucose, C6H12O6. So how many carbons does glucose have? 6, 12 hydrogen, 6 oxygen. How it works is you'll have 6 water molecules, right? 1, 2, here's 3, 4, 5, and then you'll have another one, and you'll have however many carbon dioxide. You're going to use all of those and put anything else, any other kind of supplies to the side if you have anything. You just use those to make the products of photosynthesis. So it says in here, we're going to have to break these bonds. These are bonds, right? Covalent bonds. You actually have to physically break them by removing the white tubes, okay? This, of course, is releasing energy. And then you're going to, after you break all those bonds of the things you just created, you're going to use that to form 1 molecule of glucose and 6 oxygen molecules. Now back to this page over here. All right. The basic structure of glucose is a carbon ring, which we talked about in chapter 2. I'm going to make this larger here. All right, so go to your glucose one. I want you to highlight just how I have highlighted here. I write it in. Oops, this one. All right. So you need 6 carbons, of course, right there. You're going to use 5 of those 6 carbons to make a carbon ring and 1 oxygen. You can refer back to this video if you need to look at this, but this is the basic structural ring. Okay, here's the oxygen, the blue, carbon, 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 carbon. Right? You notice the other carbon is bonded to that 5th carbon there. And notice how these pegs are all empty? Well, it's not complete yet. You should still have more molecules that you need to put on. Either it will just have one singular H right here. So that would be, here's a hydrogen. Oops. Like so. Like so, 1 hydrogen. Or it will have an OH. An OH is an oxygen plus a hydrogen, right? So we grab an O, a bond, put it on. We can't have any empty pegs, so we need that hydrogen attached up there. Okay, and you're going to fill it all up. So that's glucose. How do we make oxygen gas? 2 oxygen molecules double bonded to each other. Oh, okay, and that's that for the building of it. Okay, we are modeling. Keep reading and answering the questions throughout this lab activity. I would also like, since I physically can't be there to see you build this, I would like you to snap a picture and email me of every molecule you make. So the 6 waters I want to see, the 6 carbon dioxides I want to see, the 1 glucose I want to see, and the 6 molecules of oxygen gas. And that's it.